We're in for a long one today because I am going to be caught up. The goal here is to catch up to the latest One Piece chapter that got released recently. The last time I did a video reading on this channel and uploaded it, it was chapter 1150. That's the last chapter that I read, and things are starting to pick up in Elbaf. Freaking Emu is in the picture now. I believe she took over Gunko's body, and now Emu's working through Gunko. The giants are possessed. Dorian, Brogy, things are just kind of popping off in Elbaf at the moment, so it's getting pretty exciting. So I'm excited to see what these chapters bring. I have I think 13 or 14 chapters that I gotta read. That's gonna be a long time, and I'm gonna do it in one sitting. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm probably going to have to get up and stretch, use the bathroom, get some food, because that's going to be a long time, a long reading session that we're going to have, but we're going to marathon it. We're going to binge all these chapters, get caught up, and see what the One Piece story is all about right now. Hope you guys are doing well, by the way. I didn't say that at the beginning of the video, but, hope you guys are having a good day, all that good stuff. And, yeah, man, we're here for One Piece. Gonna get caught up. It's gonna be a long one, so hey, just sit back and relive the chapter through me. Right? So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited. Like I said, the last thing I remember is that things starting to go down, right? It's gonna get chaotic. It's starting to get chaotic, and dang, man, I don't even know what's going to happen at this point, but I'm excited for the Elbaf arc to start in the anime next year. And I did a video about the big news that came out of the One Piece world about a week ago or so I'm excited for that. But yeah, let me go ahead and stop talking, get into the reading, and we'll see what it's all about. So I got the first chapter up here, One Piece chapter 1151. I get the idea. Got the cover story. Ogre Child Yamato Golden Harvest Surrogate. What the heck is out there? Holy moly. Anyway, cover story. Ogre Child Yamato Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage. Volume 35. Sumatorni and Hakumai Hurling Urashima Big Brother Yokozuna Sukune. What? Anyway, cool. Next page. I'm just going to go to the next page. Alright, chapter starts off. Wait, captains, you mustn't do this. Chief Jeru is the world's oldest warrior. He's a hero of legend. We've looked up to him for our entire lives, haven't we? Yes, that's right, Kashi. The warrior we once admired has grown old and feeble, so it's time to force him into retirement. And then we will be the kings of Elbaf. There's no need for the god of Elbaf anymore. Bring about the age of war. We'll build an era defined by the ruthless and mighty. You guys never talked like that before. What's gotten into you? Do they not see the wings and possession? Anyway, let's keep going. Stay back, Kashi. They were flipped over and turned into different people entirely. Yup. Now they're like demons, dark and twisted all the way to their core. It can't be. And then just, okay, some action going on. Oh no, I'm trapped between them. No, wait, I don't want to turn evil. Don't flip me over. Dang. All right. What an incredible feeling. No, Thorman, not you too. Retreat for now. The tides have turned against us. The enemy took out Gabon, it seems. Huh? No, that can't be. Wait for me, Colin. Is that true about Mr. Ya? Mama's gonna save you. Branch Root 8. Demons. The giant pirates have turned into demons. Nightmare Hole. Okay, got more demon panels going on. I like the silhouettes. They look like numbers, to be honest. When the numbers got introduced in One Piece way back in the day, in Wano, they be looking like numbers. Get to your feet. You are not actually dead. Wahahaha, that's right. Get up. Be reborn. There's no waking Elbaf from this nightmare. Now things are really cooking. With the Great One here, with the Great One here, there's no need to hold back. Rampage to your heart's desires, my sleep tids. Remember, Elbaf, you created these monsters yourself. And then we got Saint Killingham, Dragon Fruit, Mythical Type, Model Kieran, Man-Beast form. This is Killingham, huh? Okay. Anyway. He looks like a frickin'... I was gonna say fishman. Never mind. Let's move on. Are there even more of them now? Looks to me like things have gotten pretty hairy. Master Dory, Master Brogy. Dang, Usopp is losing it here. What are you doing to your homeland? Wake up, you guys. Why do you look like that? Where's your sense of pride? Damn it, we can't go. We can't save the children. Now I understand why Saul wasn't able to stop them. The children are being guarded by monsters and evil thorns. Wake up, Bent. Ilva, I don't got time to be passing out. I'm coming to save you, boy. Just you wait. Alright, next page. How far shall we go, Great One? The playing board is entirely in our color. They will eventually crumble under the weight of their own personal demons. Continue until it breaks. Until what breaks? The heart of Elbaf. This country would have been subjugated years ago, if not for Harold's miserable failure. Emphasis on failure. All right. Goko has such a really cool character design. I like her model a lot. She's tight. Many minutes earlier, Underworld. That's what the caption says. The narrator. People are screaming, ah! I didn't think this through. I really didn't think this through. But calm down, Chopper. You got this. You can do this. Make sure he doesn't die. Yeah. Okay, they're falling. Guard point activated. All right. If you want answers, then beg for me. Wait, then beg for them, Hajrudin. You killed my father, Loki. He was my father too, and yet that didn't stop you from ending his life. Knock it off, Hajrudin. Hey, Chopper. Hey, Chopper just fell down from above. Huh? I heard something. Did you see him? Nah. Alright, we got the crew. We got Luffy, Zoro. Alright. True, it doesn't seem like something just came down from above. It was from beyond the mountains. Say, how did I know it was Chopper? Someone else is with him. They're weakened. That sounds pretty bad then. Did they fall all the way from the sun world above? We gotta search for them. Okay. Hey Gerd and Goldberg, you got anything on your wish list? Like someone's head or some jewels or... Oh sure, we got wishes, but we're not unlocking your cuffs, Loki. Damn. Bunch of goody two-shoes. Hello. Ah, Shaggy. Listen, I'm busy right now. Call back later. Don't worry, it won't take long. As a matter of fact, I'm busy too. Just one thing. Fine. Just keep your voice down. I wasn't able to tell you earlier, but I will be unable to call you for a while, I think. What do you mean? At first, I found it frightening, but the more you and I talked, the more our conversations became a source of solace to me. So I wanted to express my gratitude. Hey, what's going on? Don't tell me. Are you in danger again somehow? I'm fine, don't worry. Where are you? I just wanted to say thank you for everything. Wait, hey, Shaggy. Click. Alright. And then he's all like, damn it. What are you looking at? I'm glad to know that you have a friend to keep you company here in the lonely underworld. Don't you dare tell anyone. Hey Gerd, prepare your medical supplies. Mr. Ya's hurt badly, huh? I guess everyone really loves this guy, huh? You're lucky that Chopper was here to save you. Good job, Chopper. What? Oh gosh. You can't butter me up like that, you jerk. Alright. Okay, next page. What? This old guy? Wait, what the? He was on the... Oh, okay, so Luffy's finding... Okay, so he's all like, what? This old guy? He was on the King of the Pirates crew? He sailed with Roger and Rayleigh? He and Dark King Rayleigh were known as the wings of the King of the Pirates. I assume he was the third strongest on the crew. What? So he was a huge pirate, huh? That would explain why he was so tough. And it means he knows Shanks. And everybody's like listening in. Look, he's trying to say something. What is it, Mr. Ya? Second strongest. This guy, dude, he's like practically knocked out and he's like, I'm the second strongest. He seems really fixated on that detail. It's so good to see you again, to see you awake again, Mr. Ya. How could this have happened to you? Oh, about that. There's huge trouble going on up there, Luffy. Listen up, everyone. The children were taken hostage by a couple of bad guys, and nobody can do anything to stop them. There are giant monsters rampaging around, and they got a lightning bolt and ... exclamation mark, lightning bolt, lightning strike. What the heck? No, that hockey. My word. Everyone back on the lift. We're returning to the sun world. Whose preposterous hockey is that? Whose preposterous hockey is that? Elbaf's in danger. Save your breath, Chopper. I get the idea. Hey, that was a chapter name, right? I get the idea? Die, ha ha ha. Looks like you're going to need me after all, and that's the end of this chapter. To be continued, alright? So they can sense all the hockey coming, dude. No, that's no ordinary hockey right there. So everybody's like on high alert right now. And then Loki at the end, he's all like, you're going to need me after all. They're going to have to. Yeah, they're going to have to. I mean, I wonder, you think Loki's going to join the Straw Hats at some point? Maybe not. I mean, how would they even get him on the show? He's way too big for that. If anything, I think by the end of Elbaf, he's going to be part of the Alliance, like for sure. He's the Prince of Elbaf, so I can only imagine. I assume that by the end of this arc, he's going to kind of take the throne or whatever the heck and kind of do like a face turn in a way and lead Elbaf, become part of the Alliance. That's just kind of how I see it. I'm not sure. But yeah. So that was that chapter. Let's move on to the next one. All right, we got the next chapter here of One Piece. It's chapter 1000. One Piece chapter 1152, A Horrible Day. And we got the cover story is Ogre Child Yamato, Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 36, Otama's Amigasa Hat delivered to Kawamatsu, Daimyo of Hakumai. All right, good to see them again. Dude, I keep forgetting how tall Yamato is. Look at her. It shouldn't surprise me, but like I don't know. I still get surprised. Anyway, moving on. Okay, next page. Hurry to... starts off like this. Hurry to the lift. Do your best with that fool, Gerd. All right. Take care, you guys. Ultra Air Gerd. I will give it my all. Make it snappy, Hashirden. We've got to go. I'll stay too, Luffy. We can't move Mr. Yao when he's so badly injured. Alrighty. Wait. All right. Thanks, Chopper. Hey. Straw Hat Luffy. Make a mental note of how you use your color of the Son of the Supreme King. They are not immortal. Thanks, I've got this one. I'm gonna save Colin and everyone else. You've helped me see the sense of it again. Wait, you've helped me see the sense of it, Gaban. I wasn't able to verbalize my own power. Everybody's just listening. And in that case, I've experienced it for myself. The Holy Knights can be stopped. Undo my cuffs and take me with you, Hashirden. You're going to fight for Elbaf? Oh, he's kind of like emphasizing, like, you're going to fight for Elbaf? Question mark. All right. Next page. I'm not taking you anywhere. Seems like there's more than one of you with Supreme King Haki. Who? Me? Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm tired of Mosshead and Jinbei stealing all of my glory. You there, swordsman. You seem quite at ease with it. Wait, I can use Supreme King Haki? You know what I think? Is it weird to think that by the end of One Piece, every Straw Hat is going to have Conqueror's Haki? I mean, I would, to me, it makes sense that by the end of the series, every single one of them has Conqueror's Haki. If not Conqueror's Haki, at least some type. Like, I think everybody at this point, right? But I don't know. Just to me, it makes sense that everybody would. I could probably go on forever and make talking points about it. But let me just focus on the reading. But let me know what you guys think. I just think that it makes sense for everybody to have Conqueror's Haki by the end of the series, or by the final battle for One Piece. Luffy and his crew versus whoever the heck, the government or whoever the heck, right? Anyway, moving on, back to the reading. Where was I? Wait, I can use Supreme King Haki? What? You didn't know that? It's flowing right out of you. Unbelievable. Haki is a power that's only useful when you consciously control it. How do you expect to support your captain and Emperor of the Sea without knowing that? Sorry. Yeah, Zoro's just like, I don't know, raising his hands like, okay. All right, moving on. Hey, Gramps, what about me? This is pathetic, Hydrogen. You'd rather have our outsiders save our homeland? Elbaf already has me. Is that a fact? Because I can certainly see you betraying Elbaf and joining the side of the government instead. You more or less already did that once. How can I possibly trust you? Hurry, Hydrogen. Wasted time means more victims. Hey, Loki. Okay. Join my crew, man. Just like that. Yeah, I mean, Luffy does that. Yeah. Hey, join my crew, he says. Then can we set him free, Hydrogen? This guy, dude, that's typical Luffy. He notices the situation. He's all like, all right, if this guy joins my crew, they gotta set him free. So Luffy says, join my crew, man. Then we can set him free, Hydrogen. Huh? Forget about it, Luffy. There's no way this enormous freak fits on our ship. And that's what I said. What about food? He eats more than you. Come on, it sounds like Elbaf doesn't want you around anyway. I think it'd be fun with you. And if anyone's got a problem, I'll whoop him. Shut your mouth, Pipsqueak. Why would I ever be a henchman for you? Is that what your instinct tells you, Straw Hat? I want to see him fight. Hydrogen, what's the holdup? We gotta use the lift. I'm coming now. I'm sorry, Straw Hat, but Elbaf has condemned Loki to death. You can't save him. Hydrogen, go on and unlock Loki's chains. Dang, dude. Words coming from the big man right there. Scopper Gaban. All right. Not you too, Mr. Ya. Why do you say this? Loki killed 113 soldiers in the castle 14 years ago. He gave Chief Jarul a most grievous wound, and slaughtered his own father. His crimes are monstrous and historic in scale, and everybody's just kind of listening to this lore. There's got to be Loki's backstory. Well, we'll see whenever it happens. Next page. I was kind of going back a few pages just to see if I missed anything, but no. All right, next page. I know, but the day it happened, we felt an extreme abnormal hockey from the castle, and Shanks and I headed for Aris Castle together. We didn't see the whole thing, but we were there. You what? Huh? Did you just say Shanks? Sorry, Stenson. You'll have to go up first. Zoro, Sanji, we'll catch up with you soon. Shanks, obsessed fool. What? Don't call Shanks a fool. He was talking about you, fool. Gaban. Who better to tell the story to Hajrudin? Wait, who better to tell the story to Hajrudin? You're still brothers even if your mothers are different. You have 3 minutes to explain everything. What happened in the castle that day 14 years ago, Loki? If you're a true warrior of Elbaf, then swear by the name of God and speak the truth. And then, this is a cruel demand, brother. You want me to relive that event? Everybody's locked into this, dude. We're gonna get some lore drop, dude. They're gonna get some lore drop, and we're like everybody's tuned in, locked in, dude. I'd rather not remember the details. It was a horrible day. Someone's coming from the sky. Okay, and then we're effectively in a flashback now because the panel now has that black border, kind of dreamlike sequence, right? So flashback time, all right? We might be getting, all right? Flashbacks in One Piece are pretty sick, dude. They're tight. So much backstory and lore happens in flashbacks. That actually makes sense and makes you care about people. All right, so flashback. 14 years ago. Dog, ha ha ha. Oh no, Loki. I mean, Prince Loki has returned. Aris Castle, Elbaf. Chief Jarul is here as well. He summoned you too, Loki? Hey, we're family. You're looking good though, old man. Just try not to live too long, eh? Shut your mouth. His Majesty is in the throne room. What does he want with me anyway? And I've no interest in a man who'd sell his soul to the world government. These are the people who killed rocks. If Elbaf is going in that direction, they'll make an enemy out of me. Lower your volume. I'm an old man now, and I'd rather leave the politics to the younger folks. So these are the people who killed rocks, they said. Okay. And that lackadaisical attitude is exactly the problem. It's how you end up with peace-addicted children with no idea of how to swing a weapon. That's the age we live in. My granddaughter's granddaughter doesn't fight, and she's adorable. Soft old dullard. Train her up. Use some discipline. What's the ruckus? It's coming from the throne room. Chief Jarul, thank you for coming. And Loki, my prince, welcome back. Hey, I heard that. Just a minute. Let me check with the king. He summoned me here. This is my home. Just open the damn door, you clown. Stop. No violence, your highness. Rah. Hey, Pop, I'm back. And he was going to say I'm back, but then that got intercepted. So, dash, he's going to see some weird stuff probably. Oh, yeah. What is this? Huh? Your Majesty. Harold? What's going on in here? Dang, dude. What the heck? They're freaking like... He's getting shanked and stabbed from all over the place. What the heck? Nobody can believe it. Look at that. Wait, how can Loki see through the band? No, whatever. Next page. The Sun World. Gaban's house. The view simply enormous. This place is the best. Ain't it? Ha ha ha. Been a while since we shared a good bath together. What's it been? 3 or 4 years? Are you kidding? Captain died 10 years ago. Has it really been that long? It must feel like an eternity for you then. Alright, so you got freaking Shanks and Gaban in the bath. Okay. Yeah, my life's changed entirely. My plan was to join up with Buggy and lead a laid-back pirating life. But even here in Elbaf, there's so much more to learn. You're a child of fate, Shanks. Don't bother thinking over the tricky little details. Emphasis on child of fate, okay? You remember Little Garden? The island where we met Dory and Brogy? Oh, of course. Dang, dude. Before I go into the next page, I really wonder if Shanks and Buggy are going to team up at the end of One Piece. I really do want to see that team up. I really do. And I think it'd be pretty sick. Honestly, I kind of want to see what happens if they do team up in present day. Even just for a little bit. Next page, and we get, wow, she's huge. I mean, we already, okay. How does the water feel, Mr. Ya? And Shanksy? Ah, that scared me. Shanksy? Da ha ha ha. It feels great. Thanks, Ripley. Friggin' jump scare Ripley just showing up at the window and friggin' giant as heck. She seems to like it when I'm at eye level like this. Yeah, she seems to like it when I'm at eye level like this. I guess this is how you have to design your whole house if you live with a giant, huh? I've got a line, what does it say? Lingberry tart for you. Have you, I don't know why the letters seem jumbled. Have some wine with it? Dude, I suck at reading. What the heck? I couldn't get that out. Okay. Have some wine with it if you like. Tell me some stories about Mr. Ya's younger days, Shanksy. Oh boy, the tales I could tell. At every single port of call, Gaban had a different... Dang, dude, you getting freaking... He doesn't... Okay. Gaban seems like he might have been a player. You know, he was with it, right? That's what Shanks is saying. You know, he got stopped pulling on his mouth or cheek or whatever the heck. Hey, punk, you want to leave this island alive? You know much about King Harold? They worship him like a god here in Elbaf. Yes, I met him in Marijua. We got along all right. But there was something we couldn't talk about in the Holy Land. So if he's back home, I'd like to meet him and discuss it before it's too late. The narration. On this day, there was a massacre in the castle, and the most beloved king in Elbaf's history, wise King Harold, perished. Huh? What's that? Let me out. Who blocked the door? Help. Dang. Chief Jarul. This is treason. This is the treasure of Elbaf, the forbidden devil fruit. But what was it called? But what was it that caused the people to praise him so? Dang, friggin' Jarul getting friggin' stabbed. That's how he got the wound. For that, we must go far back in time to 109 years before the present, when the question of what is the most frightening thing on the sea would elicit a unanimous answer. The giant pirate crew were the most widely feared figures. The giant pirate crew were the most widely feared figures of the day. Let me go back a page. Hold up. So, on this day, okay, King Harold perished. We got some drawings, illustrations. And then there's a treasure chest. This is the treasure of Elbaf, the forbidden devil fruit. Who the heck is? Okay. Alright, let's go forward again. So, okay, we're establishing the giant pirate crew were the most widely feared pirates of the day. At the same time, the royal ship from the land of giants only enhanced the fear the world felt towards Elbaf. It's a giant ship. I hear there's a beautiful princess in the castle. Take a look. And then they're laughing. Hey. And a major reason for that. Oopsie, my foot slipped. Please don't do that, Your Majesty. King Harold. Wait, no. King of Warland, Elbaf Island, Harold. Eek. Barara, ha ha ha. So it says, a major reason for that was that Harold, King of Elbaf, who ascended the throne at just 45 years old, 15 in human years, was undeniably a low-life scumbag. Barara, ha ha ha. Who's your god now? And that's the end of the chapter. Okay, so we're going back even further in time now. Even further in time than where we started off. So, King Harold, 109 years ago. So it looks like they're basically telling us that King Harold, before he ascended the throne, he was basically, they call him a scumbag. Like, I don't know if he was freaking, I don't know. Whatever, that's pretty self-explanatory. I guess they didn't like him. Did some weird things, looking like he was stomping somebody out, freaking curb stomp WWE boys, you know? Okay, so that was the end of chapter 1152. Okay, we're getting more flashbacks, so... Like I said, flashbacks in One Piece are pretty interesting, so I'm excited to see what this is all about. Let me go ahead and go into the next one real quick. One Piece chapter 1153, The Birth of Loki. Alright, so we're going to get some lore on Loki. Alright, The Birth of Loki, that's the name of the chapter. We got the cover story, Overchild Yamato, volume 37. Daimyo of Ringo, Kikunojo, and Boss Ocho. Alright. Moving on. Prince Harold of Elbaf lived out his rather unhinged childhood years alongside Dory and Brogy. Damn, look at them. Looking freaking, like, almost like chibi characters, but not really. Okay. And it goes on. Thanks to his innate size and strength, gifts from his ancient giant blood, as well as his noble status, he developed an inflated sense of self, and no one could stop him from growing into a royal pain. Everyone outside of Elbaf is so tiny and pitiful and boring. Don't you agree? Of course, Your Majesty. You're exactly right. Bunt Kingdom, New World. What is that? Yeah, Bunt Kingdom, New World. Come one, come all. Marvel at the 10. Wait, what? Marvel at the 10-meter woman. Feel the earth tremble as she walks. Cover your ears when she barks like when she barks thunder. A rare giant from the exotic land of Elbaf. Feast your eyes on Ida. And then she's growling. Eek. Ah. Step away from the cage if you don't want to be hurt. Everybody's running away. What is this, like an auction? Like Fishman Island or Sabaody? Anyway, let's move on. Turning a giant into a sick sideshow. It's like an auction circus type of thing going on. Okay. They've got some nerve. Alright, so we got Harold. He's looking mad. Barara ha ha ha. Yeah ha ha. They thought that Elbaf was a joke. Well, who's laughing now? Who are you? No need to thank me. I'm the king of Elbaf. I won't stand to see my homeland disrespected like that. Dang, he got smacked, dude. Right across the face. Your Majesty, King Harold. What? Everybody can't believe it. Freaking shocked eyes, mouth open, tongue out. Even Harold, look at this dude. Harold can't believe it. He's all like, huh? Freaking wide-eyed, like taken aback. Hand on his cheek. Oh, I can't believe that happened. This guy's funny. All right. Turn the ship around. I need to apologize. So many people were hurt back there. Are you insane? You care about that mini kingdom of tiny humans? Do I have to hit you again? King Harold. She said that as she smacked him. Everybody's all like, King Harold. They saved my life when I washed up on their shore and gave me a job to do. They were kind enough to help me make a living until I was fully healed. What do you mean, tiny humans? Just because you happen to be born huge and are coincidentally strong and brutish, you actually think that makes you better than humans? How can you be so arrogant? It's pathetic. This is why everyone thinks that all giants are as barbaric and brutish as Elbaf. Dang, dude, I feel like she's yelling at me. I feel like I'm getting yelled at, dude. That's crazy, dude. I gotta give it up. That was a very good speech. Very good writing. Like I said, it feels like I was the one getting yelled at. Like, holy moly, I'm gonna apologize to you right now. Dang. All right, next page. Just because I was born huge? You can tell that the words that he heard are kind of making him think a little bit. Like, okay, you know, kind of making him think of something he may have never thought about before. Dang. All right, there she is with the humans. And they're all looking fondly up at her, smiling, laughing, and she's laughing back. Okay. Should we just set sail, King Harold? Why are you all just spacing out? Huh? Go and help her, you... he's actually wanting his crew to help her. Go and help her, you ninnies. That town is as tiny as a model. It's easy work. Yes, Majesty. Yeah, I bet to them it's kind of like Legos. You know, like freaking... Yeah, like maybe like that. That's what I would imagine. Like anyway, their method of construction is completely different from ours. We should tell everyone about it when we return to Elbaf. I want to bring home some of their spices. I've never tasted flavor like these before. They're having a good time now. They're having a good time. Look at them. Notice how hardy their fabric is. And yet it's so fine. These humans are more skilled than we realized. Harold's all like, really? Okay. You have to see things from their eye level, Harold. Nothing in the world is meant to be destroyed. I was born on, what is that? Whatever island in the South Blue. After some twists and turns, my life and my life's path brought me here. So you crossed the Serpent of Blood. Emphasis on Serpent of Blood. You mean the red line? Well, yes, which is why I can't go back home. Okay, interesting name for it. Then come to Elbaf. We're not as barbaric as you say. Oh, maybe I was mistaken about you too. King Harold's change. Yeah, it's creepy. I bet it won't last long. Elbaf, 105 years ago. I wish to atone for all of my countless crimes. What's gotten into you, Harold? I may be out of the country more often than I'd wish, but it is only to join hands with our neighbors and ask them to teach us their culture. If we learn from the rest of the world, we can make our land and lives richer. Yeah, but Dory and Brogy are still raising hell out there. Wah ha ha ha. They are good friends of mine, but they have always been eccentric. They're cordial with humankind and follow a code of honor. That's true. It doesn't hurt that they can fight, of course, but if they pose too much of a threat to other nations, we may have to rein them in. Zababa, what a turnaround. Turnabout. Bojajahaha. Meeting new people took him on a journey. Harold, no. Elbaf is blessed with good luck. For example, by sending diplomats back and forth, we can help deepen the ties and friendship between nations. I see. So we're each taking hostages then. Hey, he has the wrong idea, dude. Taking hostages? He doesn't mean it like that. Okay, I see. So we're each taking hostages then. Don't say it like that. It means that countries can't get to be friends unless the people in them are connected somehow. Elbaf, 81 years ago. Fisherman Village, Eastern Elbaf. The baby's been born. Congratulations, Harold and Ida. Thank you all. And now Ida and I can... No, you are not forbidden... No, you are forbidden from marrying her. The royal line must remain pure of blood. I'm sorry, Ida. It galls me that it must come to this. This is just how the culture works. You can't get emotional and fight against it. You're always welcome in our village, Ida. As long as you live in the same country as Daddy, you'll be happy, right, Hydrogen? Baby Hydrogen right there. This is your true betrothed, Harold. Esther's blood is pure and ancient. She is the one worthy of being our queen. Hey, yo, dude, not gonna lie, she looks nice, dude. I like the way she looks. This is a giant woman. She looks nice. I like her character design. I was born in the brewer's village to the north, and I studied geomancy. It is my fate to love you for the rest of my life. Forget all about that woman and child to the east. Oh, that's, no, good heavens, the spirit is escaping to the east. Your good luck is getting away. We must close those windows at once. Huh? And that mirror, it's in the 5-star kill position. Destroy it at once. Dude, she is high maintenance as heck already. So we got who'd up? Who's this? Elbaf, Brewer's Village, prestigious daughter, Estrid. So she looks nice. I like her outfit, like the top, the dress, the fishnet, the heels, the hair, the eyes. She's a sick character design. But this is a problem. Harold doesn't love her. Harold doesn't love this woman. He loves Ida. That was her name, right? Yeah, Ida. Yeah. Dang, dude. So that is actually really sad. I'm going back a few pages right here. What up? Yeah, because, they have this connection ever since Harold found her. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, this is a natural connection right here. Because he found her in jail, technically. Misunderstanding. We're on the ship. Helped out the humans. Yeah, so already this guy has developed a connection for her. A natural connection with chemistry. Harold loves Ida. Ida loves... But because of culture and whatever the heck, they can't get married because... Look at them. They're all like, no, you're forbidden from marrying her. The royal line must remain pure of blood. Dang, dude, that sucks. And you could tell even in this panel, he's like, well, because freaking Esther is saying to Harold, forget about him, and he's all like, no, I anyway, moving on. Okay. This is, next page. This is Asla, the horse of good fortune. It's a gift from my clan, the perfect mount for you, King Harold. I have no doubt that this horse will bring you great luck. It's enormous, and why does it have 8 legs? Guards, bring all the jewels and gold in the treasury to my chambers. This is to ensure that the fortunes of wind and earth are sent in His Majesty's direction. Also, inform the scullery, whatever the heck, maids, that from this day forward, the king and I will be using the fine silver to eat all of our meals. Is she just after luxury? Dang, dude. She's one of them, right? Yeah, she looks nice, but attitude-wise, I don't like her. I don't like her. This is going to be the beginning of the end for sure. Next panel narration. About 70 years ago, in an era where the rigors of the sea made it difficult to maintain trade between islands, Elbaf's skill at navigation was the envy of other nations. There's a star to the north that never moves called the Pole Star. Ooh, You said you met a mermaid, King Harold. Yes, I have at last. Yes, I have at last. Fishermen, too. In the kingdom where those with fish blood live, their king has a newborn. Their king has a newborn heir named Neptune. All right, we got Neptune name drop. All the creatures of the sea, not just the mermaids and fishmen, were engaged in a grand celebration that spanned the sea floor. Oh, Aris Castle, Elbaf, 63 years ago. While Harold was away from home. Congratulations, my queen. It's a very healthy boy. His name is Loki. Oh, here we go. Loki in the picture. The king and I decided on it. Now, show me the baby. Show me my baby, she says. Dang, dude. Look at the eyes. Yeah, that's the first glimpse we've seen of Loki's eyes, right? Baby Loki, eye reveal, face reveal. Dang, dude. Esther, she looks horrified. Look at that reaction. Freaking look of horror and disgust on her face. What? It's terrifying, Your Majesty. It's horrid. What is that thing? That is no son of mine. Please, Your Majesty, try to remain calm. Tell the kingdom that it was stillborn. You can't be serious. She can't be serious. She for real? Tell the kingdom that it was stillborn. You can't be serious. Poor Loki. Loki has a baby. He has no idea what's going on. And you could just see him just like doing the whole baby thing where they're like kind of reaching out for their mom. It is accursed. Just look at that baby. It's a monster. Holy moly. This kid is probably 5 minutes old and her mom is his mom, Loki. That's the reaction he gets from. Moving on. It is a curse. Just look at that baby. It's a monster. The Prince of Elbaf grasps for the empty air. That is sad. That is a sad sight. Look at his little tiny hands and arms. Like he's wanting to feel the embrace of his mother. And he's just reaching and touching air, basically. The Prince of Elbaf grasps for the empty air, but no hands reach out to envelop his own. He's already crying. Stop, Your Majesty. He's the royal heir. The most unfortunate of all living creatures is the one whose very existence is denied by its mother in the moment of its birth. Do you hear me? I bore no child. Do not tell a soul about this. But what are you planning to do? I'm going back home. I never want to bear another child. Your Majesty. Head guardsman. Down in the underworld. What about the underworld? Dang, dude. Hold up. So she's just bailing. She's just freaking gonna go get milk and never return. Is that what she's doing? Hold up. do you hear? Yeah, she's basically saying, do you hear me? She's basically saying, I never gave birth. Don't tell anybody about this. And they're asking her, what you gonna do now? And she says, I'm going back home. I never want to bear another child. She's literally dipping. She's all right, like, all right, F this kid, F my son. I'm gonna go back home, never getting pregnant again. Don't tell anybody. Dang, dude, that's sad. She's dipping. Down in the underworld. What about the underworld? Wow. Is Loki trying to climb back up? Dang, he's looking like freaking Kazuya from Tekken. Anybody here play Tekken? You know, freaking Heihachi throws Heihachi grabs little Kazuya in his arms, throws him off a cliff because he wants to prove he's all like, if you're a Mishima, you'll survive this and you'll climb back up this cliff. And that's how Tekken started. Freaking on some Tekken Kazuya stuff right now, dude. And then Heihachi had to go through that. Anyway, whatever. Let's talk about One Piece. Let's not get distracted. Loki's hanging on. He's crawling back up. Dang. Queen Estrid. Wait, what? Hold on. Did I miss a page? No. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, so Loki's climbing back up. All right. Queen Estrid fell ill. Get rid of the child. There was a prophecy before it was even born. The prophecy said that King Harold would one day be killed by his own son. Not that madness again. And while Harold was busy banging his head against the problem of national relations, the world government has stepped in to block our path again. Why can't countries be free to decide for themselves? Hey, can I see the baby too? He's your brother. He's not your son, so he's not my brother. Ah, you're even sweet like that. All of the misfortunes that would fall upon Elbaf would be known as Loki's curse. Dang, dude. That's unfortunate, and that's the end of this chapter. Holy moly, dude. That's actually really sad. That's actually really sad. All Loki did was be born. That's literally it. He was just born, brought into the world. And now suddenly all of the problems of Elbaf that come to be and happen and whatever the heck are now known as Loki's curse. Wow. This girl Estrid, she's horrible, dude. What a horrible mother. Usually it's the fathers in One Piece that are horrible, that are absent, you know, freaking went to get some milk, never came back, freaking not even sending a postcard. Usually it's the dads that are not in the picture. This girl Estrid, dude, she's all like, heck no, dude. I'm out of here. Dang. Oh, man. Okay. Wow. So that was the end of chapter 1153. Okay. On to the next. One Piece, chapter 1154, Can't Even Die. We got the cover story, Ogre Child Yamato Golden Harvest 38. Go pay respects at the grave of the hero, born in the West Blue and raised in Rango. Okay. No, not bad, not bad. I gotta say, dude, I wonder if they're gonna animate the cover stories in the new anime season the way they're doing it. I still think it's something that they could do, you know, prior to the actual episode starting, maybe even at the end. I don't know, because they do have some key details. Anyway, that's I'm not gonna analyze this too much. I'm just thinking about things. So yeah, so One Piece chapter 1154, Can't Even Die. Next page. 63 years ago, the partner of Chief Jarul, the oldest of the giants today, Beardfall. Jarul was killed by a young girl. Big Mom. Got Big Mom in the house. What up? Chief Jarul. Someone just said that. I'm reading the book. The human girl, a human half, destroyed an entire giant village. Her name was Charlotte Linland, and she would later be known as Big Mom, Emperor of the Sea. I gotta say though, Big Mom is one of the best characters in One Piece in my opinion. I really like her character. And it has so much aura. Like honestly, just the name Big Mom in the context of One Piece, freaking aura, dude, maxed out. She's tight. I like Big Mom a lot. Um, wonder if she's gonna come back. Anyway, moving on. As it happened, in that very same year, Elbaf was afflicted by disaster after disaster, fires and cold snaps that affected their crops, and poor fishing hauls as a result of the extreme weather that brought this normally fertile land to the brink of starvation. You see, it's because of the child. The kingdom is now under its curse because you didn't kill it like I told you to. This guy, her assistant just can't believe it. He's all like, "Die, are you serious? Come on now." But surely, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's all like, "But surely that's a coincidence." Um, Dude, the look of hatred on this woman towards Loki, holy moly! Ah, it's looking at me, Prince Loki. Kick it out! Don't let that monster near me ever again. Ah, Prince Loki, you mustn't approach your mother's chambers. This poor child, this poor kid just wants to feel loved by his mom. He longs for that. Holy moly, that's sad, actually. Prince Loki, you mustn't approach your mother's chambers, but out of the beast's eyes, put out the beast's eyes, or this country is ruined. It's all under a curse. And Loki's just crying. She's crying. Wow, I'm hungry. I'm sorry, sweetie. That was the last loaf of bread we had. Should we go raiding? It would be easy to take from the humans. That's a part of Elbaf's history, isn't it? Don't be a fool. Elbaf has always fought with pride. Huh, that's just a story we tell ourselves. The huntsman village is attacking us. What? Them? They've taken out other villages too. Grab your weapons. Don't let them pillage us. At this time, Elbaf had little internal cohesion and cooperation. Civil wars were not uncommon. With the desperate food situation, the fighting only grew worse and many died. The country was plunged into chaos over time. It plunged into chaos, and over time, from what I heard, that prince at the castle is accursed. Yeah, so now the word is spreading. So they need a scapegoat to blame, somebody to put the blame on, and they're gonna put it on Loki 100%. Unfortunate for that kid. Not his fault. No wonder he's feeling the way he is in current present life, in the present storyline on One Piece, present day. Holy moly. All right, so the word on the street, that child, the prince, is accursed. The people grew sick within their hearts. Hang on. Hey, Hajirden, your brother has put a curse on this land. He's trying to kill it, huh? You're his brother. So you must be a sacrifice. Dang, dude, they're even going after Hajirden. Okay. Huh? Why? My son's the sweetest, cutest boy in the world, and that means he's got to live to be the oldest boy in the world. Shut up, Ida. You had no right to seduce King Harold like that. Outsider. You shut up. Love has no borders. Dang, man. Don't touch my mom. Things are going south real quick. Holy moly, dude. He got freaking whacked. This guy just knocked out Hajirden. Don't make me pound you, King Harold. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Don't make me pound you. King Harold. Daddy. Harold. Why do you turn on one another, my brethren? Your Majesty. Harold's looking sick. I like the hair, the beard, the mustache. He looks tight. In the same breath that I heard about the birth of Loki, I learned that my kingdom was suffering from starvation. I went at once to the countries with which we have ties, and without a single word, they went and loaded up their ships with massive piles of food. Each human has but a tiny body, but they banded together, country after country, and brought enough food to fill our giant bellies. Let us be grateful for their aid. Let us savor the food they've brought us. We're here, King Harold. Hey, how do we dock at this island? Yahaha, it's enormous. And when they in turn need our help, let us give it freely. The world we've lived in is so much smaller than the real thing. Hey, yo, dude, King Harold with a really good speech, man. He has a good point, and, he's trying to make the giants see this clearly. Very nice. Good on him. I like that. Very inspiring. Good words. Next page. Shortly before Harold's return, Queen Estrid passed away. Did she hate the kid so bad that she died from it? Because you hear people dying from broken hearts and I'm like, holy moly, dude. Maybe it was, oh, no, hold on. They said that she fell ill, right? Yeah, she was sick. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, she was all in bed. Never mind. I forgot about that. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, moving on. So shortly before Harold's return, Queen Estrid passed away, and to her dying breath, she spitefully blamed the kingdom's ills on the curse of Loki, her own son. Hatred till the end. Naturally, the people believed that the curse was responsible for her death. Loki, my son. Dang, dude, he got the bandages already covering his eyes. Harold doesn't care. He's just holding him up. Loki, my son. He was born with an affliction of the eyes, I'm afraid. Though he can see, I assure you. The poor lad. Can you smile? I suppose not, after losing your mother. At just a few months old, Loki abandoned any hope for love. Few-month-old baby, and he's already... He's done. He's got a lot of bruises. Well... And then, next page. Meanwhile, Harold's diplomatic ties paid off, and Elbaf survived its long winter. Branch Route 1. That's right. It will promote friendship and trade between villages. But between rebuilding the shattered country and his many foreign trips, Harold was tremendously busy. And so the care of Loki fell to his regent, Estrid's older brother. Horrid thing. That's actually sad. It sucks because Harold has no problem with Loki. He's holding him up here like very happily, looking proud. Harold, or Loki, my son, looking at him lovingly. But Loki's experienced abuse already in his short lifespan. And now his care falls to the brother. And that's just going to be repeated. So Loki had no chance from birth. I lost my page. Oh, no, here it is. Okay, moving on. It's dangerous down here. This is the underworld. No, the sea separates us from the underworld. The beasts can't reach us here. That's so sweet of you to be worried about me, though. Squish, squish, ... You're going to do your warriors training with Elbow in the western village, right? I'll stop by on the way home. Fishermen, the shipwrecked, pirates, all comers are welcome here. This is Ida's bar. I just hope it helps Harold somehow. 56 years ago, Ja Rule's home, Elbaf. So you were there for the incident at the Reverie, Harold? Yes, I asked a fellow royal to help me slip inside as a soldier. But in the end, the council would not hear me out. If not for all the uproar about that murder, emphasis on murder, I might have been imprisoned. If you were lucky, you'd only be in chains. That was reckless of you. Say, have you ever heard of the Galala band? That group of hardy giant shipwrights? Hammer-wielding warriors, right? I thought they were a myth. No, they most certainly existed. They traveled to distant shores and sent a letter back to Elbaf from afar. It said, "We have all been taken prisoner." Can you believe that? Who could possibly capture 100-strong company of our kind, with ancient giants among them to boot? You think the world government would do that? It's clear that we had a great enemy at some point in the distant past. Yeah. All right. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Anytime the past of One Piece gets mentioned, we're gonna be in for some freaking crazy lore. But of all that history, but all of that history was sunk under the sea one day. My point is, your failure to win them over might not be your fault. Some ancient enemy? Hmm. I've heard stories about I've heard stories on the wind about an army of giants put on ice and hidden somewhere. That's Oars, right? Little Oars Jr. and Big Oars from Thriller Bark. In any case, never forget that we have long been a threat to the rest of the world. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Oh, Prince Loki, killer of my beloved. What the heck? Oh, Prince Loki, heart. Heart emoji. Killer of my beloved sister, heart. What the heck? Let's see what rotten scrap shall I feed you today? Oh no, the lucky horse is dead. Oh no, the regent. Dang, okay. Dang, so that's just how he's grown up. He's kind of like a toddler, a little bit older in that panel, and then he has his long hair. Dang. 46 years ago, Harold built 8 branch routes in Elbaf, unifying the country and creating a vibrant trade between villages. My dream is for us to be connected to every country and for giant kind to be able to live all across the world. You're the best, King Harold. I can scarcely remember how he used to be. Harold is now a king for the ages. Why do you look so pleased, Hydrogen? You're not the king's real son. Loki is our only prince. You're just a bastard. Dang, dude. Look out. King Harold has gone on another trip of his, and you know what that means. Bolt your doors, bring the children indoors. Come on, boys, destroy them. This is Elbaf, land of the mighty. The weak don't deserve to live. Loki, meanwhile, caused harm and destruction, and mocked those who ran from him. Hey, Loki. Dang. Don't mess up the village. Dad worked so hard to rebuild. Huh? He's my dad, not yours. That guy might get a lot of respect, but he tries to be friends with those little bug humans. It's so stupid. You have to see everyone at the same eye level. Don't. So it's basically two sons, but being raised opposite. Their personalities and beliefs are coming into conflict. Right? They're clashing now. You have to see everyone at the same eye level. Don't think you're special just because you're big. Hey, yo, that's what. Wow, those are the words of his mom. Okay. I'm special because I'm the prince. Don't ever talk back to me again, shrimp. Hydrogen, stay away. Stay away. Gerd or Loki will think we're friends with him, and then he'll hit. We are friends with him, dummy. Hydrogen, are you okay? Quick, help him. Ha ha ha. Little creep, you're a loser, Hydrogen. Look at you, weaklings licking each other's wounds. The son of a mother with tainted blood. What the heck is it? Sounds like they're sounding a freaking Draco Malfoy Harry Potter up in this, dude. Oh, what the heck? Harry Potter boys, dude. Your Highness, that's enough. He is the king's son as well. He's a prince. Don't call him a prince. But no matter how much he harmed and destroyed, Loki could never fill the hole at the center of his being. Wow. Did he just he jumped, right? He just tried to pull a Kaido? Yeah, because, he basically pulled a Kaido here, right? He, tried to kill himself. I can't even die. Dude, look at that heartbroken face. So this is he's basically trying to off himself. But just like Kaido, he can't die. Dang, man. That's sad. What's up with this island? Where do you get... What's up with this island? Where do you get inland? And then animals growling. Ah, there we go. Look, it's a giant kid. So this must be Elbaf. Holy moly, that is Whitebeard in the picture. Jahaha, this one looks positively demonic. It seems too big, even for a giant. Is he crying? Oh, this is Rock's crew. This is Rock's crew. This is Rock's Dizabek. Oh my gosh, this is Rock's Dizabek. This man, whom Harold met at the Reverie 8 years earlier, killed a Navy headquarters admiral and fled. The government has placed a heavy bounty on his head. All right, Brat, you're going to say yes twice. That's because that's the answer I want from these questions. Question 1, is this Elbaf, land of the giants? Question 2, is Harold here? And then we got the title card, Rox D. Zebek, future captain of the Rox Pirates. Father of Blackbeard. The theories are right. Ever since Rox made an appearance and whatever the heck, name dropped and slowly started to make an appearance, people, including myself, were all like, he could be the father of Blackbeard. To parallel Roger and Ace and whatever. Look at this guy's face. If they had not put father of Blackbeard, that face was enough to confirm it. They're practically, like, the resemblance. Look at that. I could practically hear the zahahaha coming from Rox. Holy moly. Rox D. Zebek, future captain of the Rox Pirates, father of Blackbeard. Wow. He's looking for Harold. Wow. And that's the end of chapter 1154. That's crazy, dude. Hey, this guy looks sick, dude. This guy looks sick. Face reveal? Yo, dude, he has all the teeth. No, Blackbeard doesn't have teeth. I mean, he has teeth, but a lot of them are missing. Wow. Wow. Okay. Dang. So, Rox was at the Reverie 8 years earlier, met Harold, and Rox killed a Navy headquarters admiral and fled. So he managed to be at the Reverie, Marie-Joie, be at the Reverie where all the Celestials are, the admirals, the Holy Knights, killed an admiral, and got out of there alive. Dang. I wonder what his bounty was. Holy moly. All right, so that was the end of this chapter. I got to go into the next one. I'm glad I have more to read. All right, had to get more water, but we're going to be reading this chapter. Probably going to go get some food after this and come back and finish the rest of the chapters. But here we are. One Piece chapter. Oh, wait, hold up. I ignored the art. This is a nice color spread. I like it. Very nice. Not bad. Dude, this penguin on the bottom right looks like freaking Club Penguin. I wonder if that was what they were going for right there. Anyway, One Piece chapter 1155, The Rox Pirates. Dang, dude. I already know this chapter is going to be tight. Anytime it's a flashback and Rox is involved or whoever the heck, major players from back in the day, the chapter is going to be sick. Okay, so chapter starts. Yeah, this is Elbaf. Loki's huge. Holy crap. Yeah, this is Elbaf. But my dad ain't here. He's on an expedition. Are you puny humans? I've never seen your kind before. You really do scurry around. Ha 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 ha. Ah, you're adorable. Wait, did you say dad? Are you King Harold's kid? Are you Harold's kid? Even on an expedition, you can still get in touch with him. What's your name? Loki. Okay, Loki. You're gonna do as I say. Go back home right now and get someone to contact your old man. Here's the message you tell them to pass on. Loki is gravely wounded. Return to Elbaf at once. Huh? Since when do I have to listen to what you humans have to say? Dang, he clearly doesn't know who he's talking to. How could you? But I expect to turn the page and Loki's going to be like on the ground bleeding. Plus, it's not like my dad would come back home just because I got hurt. Stop ordering me around, you little weakling. Rock's sword attacks were famous for blasting everything in sight like a gigantic hammer or cannonball. Yep, there he goes. Loki's crying in pain, screaming in pain. Ow. Yeah, ha ha ha. Oh, so Blackbeard. Rox's laugh is not zehahaha, it's yo ha 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 ha. There, what I just say. Loki's gone and gotten wounded. This madman had crossed Harold's path at the reverie 1 year. At the reverie 1 year. 5 kings had been attacked and captured. It's an abduction. They were taken by a large man dressed in black. The lives of kings are no threat to Mu. I suppose not. But your holy land... Oh, dude. Oh my... Jeez, dude. Hold up. I suppose not, but your holy land is in panic. Wow. In a historical anomaly never repeated before or since, someone infiltrated the Chamber of Flowers at the very core of the Holy Land. Dude, Rox is the truth. Rox is literally in the room of Emu talking to her. And the assistant is right there too as well. Dude. No wonder, dude. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Rox's goal was to be king of the world. He obviously had to have known the truth, and it's been on record to, saying that he was into taboo things, studying history, whatever the heck. I didn't expect, I don't know why, but it makes sense. Like, he's actually in the same chambers as Emu. And walked out. Holy moly. Next page. The man described himself as a worshiper of Davy Jones. He did not do anything more than this, as he knew he could not. But before he departed, he left a warning. I will be back. Right here. That tells me that Blackbeard is going to kind of fulfill that prophecy. That the will, per se, will... I don't want to say will of D, but One Piece is all about that, inheriting dreams and whatever the heck. That's a big core element of it. So we all know that Rox died. So Blackbeard's he's gonna do something sick, honestly. Okay, I will be back right here. Naturally, word of this incident never saw the light of day, but as it happened, one other man infiltrated the Holy Land at the same time. Look at him. He's far bigger than a giant. I desire him for a slave. No, he should be killed and stuffed for display. Guards, protect your legs, or whatever the heck that word is. I gotta read more. Hot, hot, hot. Fine. The talks are off. I apologize for trespassing, but is this really necessary? Don't let the king abductor get away. No, that wasn't me. The admiral's been defeated. His attacker went to the palace. Be wary. Huff, huff. What is all of this hubbub about? Bring me the big one. He must be the one who kidnapped the kings. I'm not going to be the fall guy. I'll seize him. And a giant in the Holy Land? Is this guy lost or something? Dang, dude. Look at this clash of conquerors hockey. First of all, the massive size of Harold compared to Rox. And we know Rox isn't a big, small guy, but still, the size comparison still gets me. To this day, I can't get over it. Look at this panel. Rox and Harold clashing in Marijua, Conquerors hockey, freaking knocking everybody out probably. Holy moly, dude. Look at this. This is going to look sick in the anime. It reminds me of Roger and Whitebeard's clash during Odin's flashback in Wano. This clash between strangers eradicated any sign of others for 5 kilometers around. Oh, ha ha ha. Name yourself. Bara ha ha ha. I am Harold. I'm Rox. Aim at the town with the next blow. If they capture us, they'll turn you into a slave. What? Why? Don't think. Just do it. Frickin' just do it, Nike? Okay. They're into that. Not Adidas. All right. Which way is Elbaf? The New World's that way. Oh, ha, ha, ha. If you survive, let's meet again, Harold. Okay, so that's why he's looking for Harold. Okay, gotcha. Never. I don't consort with villains. What? You jumped off? The Navy Admiral that Rox had just struck down perished of his wounds despite emergency measures. After his many crimes of the day, Rox's name was launched into infamy, and his deeds stunned the rest of the world. Wanted poster, Rox D. Zebek. No, you can't see the bounty. He's got to be higher than Roger, right? He's got to be. Sometime later, he attacked with a ship with heavenly tributes en route to Maresia. Not only that, uh, he destroyed the Gate of Justice and fled once again. With this ship and money as an initial base to work from, Rox dove into the pirating business. His activities were always hostile towards the government, but his first target was actually another pirate ship. In the pirating world, there had long existed a famous and merciless game played between crews, the Davy Back fight. Oh man, Long Ring, Long Land, it's your time to shine. That arc is sick. I personally am a big fan of Long Ring, Long Land. I like the entertainment value to it, the game. A lot of people seem to not like that one. They kind of see it as filler, especially because it takes place between like freaking Skypiea and Water 7. I always liked that I always liked Long Ring, Long Land. The characters are cool, Foxy the Pirate. But the reason why I like it, and I kind of think about it every now and then I would be like, you know what? This game is going to be brought back in the future in some form, and it's probably going to be crucial to the story. Here we are, the Davy Back fight. So that's how Rox got a lot of players, right? A lot of his crew. I bet you that there's going to be a Davy Back fight between the Straw Hats and somebody at some point in the future with higher stakes, right? Okay, so gameplay between crews. The Davy Back fight consisted of various competitions in which pirates gambled the fate of crewmates and flags. Rox made good use of this game to assemble a very solid lineup for himself. They've got someone amazing. You guys are going to be shocked. At this point, his motley crew of miscreants flew no flag, and that was when, that's it, they arrived at Elbaf. Aris Castle, Elbaf. I hurried back as soon as I could, but you're already nearly healed up. What a relief. I know you're a very strong boy, Loki, but you should stay away from the underworld. You're lucky you only fell from a cliff this time. That's sad. There are plenty of other dangers that could befall you there. I can't believe Dad actually came back. That was just a coincidence, right? He wouldn't come back to see me. That's so sad. He doesn't know any love. Rox, I've heard all about your exploits. What are you doing here? I've been dying to see you, pal. You should join me, Harold. The world government's not going to hear you out anyway. Didn't you learn that lesson last time? Nonsense. The day I team up with a band of infamous rogues like you is the day our allies lose all faith in us. Yee ha ha ha. Appreciate the feast. So that's the king of Elbaf? He's huge. What, so you'd rather be ground beneath the world government's heel? I'm looking for a way to avoid that. We ought to be equals, every one of us. Now you're talking nonsense, Harold. Elbaf is a nation of almighty warriors. Anything you don't like, you can just smash to bits. You got a point there. That's ancient history. Elbaf is changing. Harold is, wow, massive in size. Look at that. Holy. People's nature doesn't ever change. I know that fighting blood in your veins is bubbling over. Can't we at least eat in peace? If you people follow this man, only disaster awaits you. Follow? This fool? Gee ha ha ha, don't make me laugh. We're all individuals. If Rox dies, it won't affect the rest of us in the least. That's true, but his plan is very appealing to me. We're set to make a killing. You know about Fuloled, that island of exiles? They call it Pirate Island. They ship out all the hardened criminals there that countries can't handle in their own prisons. Mobster, Shiki, future Golden Lion, science robber, Miss Buckingham Stoozy, the gangster of the West Blue, Don Marlon. They got Pirate Edward Newgate, future Whitebeard, Pirate Guru, Wang Ji, future Commodore of Pirate Island, and Pirate Smuggler, Ganzui. Alright, and they continue talking. It was supposed to be a deserted island without food where the damned simply wait to die. But in recent years, They've survived and built up a settlement there. How do you think that happened? It turns out there's a gold lode under that island. When the criminal underworld found out, they rushed to help mine it, and the prisoners made themselves a fortune. The government's seen red. The island's crawling with vicious brigands. I gotta read more. Get anywhere near it at all. Get anywhere near it, and they'll rob you blind. ... So he made a deal with the government. I says to them, if we get that island back, how much will you give us? If they're willing to pay us, sure, we'll go raid Pirate Island and split the treasure between us. But we ain't giving the government the island or the prisoners. I'm going to rule over Fullerland, and I'll get the idiots who live there to help me build a pirate's paradise. Can't you just see the dumbfounded looks on the government and Navy's faces? Yo, ha ha ha. Is that a V or yeah, it's a V. Okay. This is just a prologue to my life. With that island as my base, I'll wipe out the Navy and bring the Holy Land to its knees in the end. And in the end, I'll be the king of the world. That's his goal. Loki's hearing this. Look at that. You're making an enemy out of the entire world. It's too much to handle. Go ahead and doubt me. Sooner or later, someone's going to do it. There's no authority in the world that lasts forever. Let's go, Harold. If we team up, we're unstoppable. Save your breath. I'm a king. Wow. And Loki, he's just taking this all in. He's getting a sense of inspiration. You think I care? Let's go and take over the world. And then Loki's like, the world? And the next thing Loki knew, his outlook on life had been saved. He has a reason to live now. 4 years later, after Harold ignored repeated invitations, Rox finally carried out his plan. The formidable lineup that joined him caused the world to quake with terror. Let's get going, boys. And that's the end of chapter 1155. And Rock's pirates have officially formed. Dang, dude. This is really interesting because it just goes to show you how... Oh, man, dude. But one interaction that's really interesting to me is Shiki. He said that, hey, he's basically saying... Like, I don't care about Rox. We just, it's convenient for us to be with him, but we're individuals. If he dies, I don't care. And honestly, when you think about it, that's really the downfall of Rox's crew. You know, when they encountered Roger and Garp at God Valley, at that point, you know, here's the thing. Rox managed to get to Marija, the Holy Land, get inside the chambers of Eam, walk out, killed an admiral, clashed with Harold. Like, he's obviously strong. So, you know, I think about, okay, how did the Rox pirates get disbanded? Like, Rox is dead, supposedly. You know, I still have my doubts about that. You never know with One Piece. But then I think about, how did they manage to take down someone with so much power? I think given enough people ganging up on Rox, teaming up against him, would do it. You know, you have Roger, Garp, that's already a beast of a team by itself. But if you add anybody else, eventually the numbers would be too high for one man to handle. And if Rox didn't have a supportive crew, like Shiki straight up said, you know, I don't really care about him. If he dies, what does that matter to me? The moment there was a sign of collapse or danger, the other crew members probably split. They just bailed. So that would lead to Rox's death, obviously. But dang, dude. Rox D. Zebek, father of Blackbeard. So obviously he didn't manage to go back and confront Eam. Didn't obtain his goal of being king of the world. But that's where I think Blackbeard is going to come in. Like, he's going to fulfill that will, essentially. I wonder if Blackbeard knows that his dad is Rox. He's got it, because Blackbeard is also a student of history. He knows his stuff, right? And how many people in the One Piece world know of Rox and Blackbeard's relationship? You know, kind of like Roger and Ace. Not many people knew about it. So when that was broadcasted to the world during his execution, everybody was shocked, right? So I wonder how that's gonna go. Dang. Oh man, that was a good chapter. That was a good chapter. I'm excited to see what happens after this. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break. I gotta go get some food. I'm hungry. I can feel my stomach starting to growl. So I'm gonna go get some nutrition, some fuel. Gonna go get some nice food to eat. I'll be back. All right. Um, Exciting stuff. I'm excited for One Piece. It's sick.